Well, hello, my fellow Americans and fellow Christians, and thank you for joining me for another day of the Word of the Lord here in the United States of America. Peace be unto you, and peace be unto the world. My fellow Americans and fellow Christians, I have proposed over the years that violence in America would escalate unless we return to the standards and ideals of living which would bless us as a nation. Today, once again, we hear of a lone gunman armed with an AK-47, opening fire in an IHop restaurant in Carson City, Nevada. People were killed and many were wounded. Just over the Labor Day weekend, it is reported that over 42 people were hit by gunfire in New York. 6 people in Chicago were killed. We are starting to see this trend of violence through and during the holidays. Memorial Day this year was no exception, not to exclude violence and beatings at sporting events, parental violence against their children, and shocking crimes daily in the news the common citizen thought could never happen here in America. Most of the time we hear of these crimes and they are committed by lone individuals. This is just it. They somehow become lonely, self-absorbed, filled with a violent conscience. Even the youth today, left out, resort to retaliation because they have become the outcast or the lonely. Much of the youth are part of that self-centered parental divorce system that mars much of the American ideal, the family. They become lonely. Why? Because they have not love to rely on. The good Lord said the last days would be as the days of Noah. During Noah's time, the earth was filled with violence. Why? Because the people of Noah's time had departed from God. They had no love, no God, and no conscience. The violence we are witnessing in America is the result of our country slipping into a lethargic state of no love, no God, and no conscience. It is situation ethics. Do what you want, when you want, no matter the effect or cost to others. This was in Noah's time, and this is now in our time. If men and women could come to the self-examination that they would never be without love, conscience, or lonely through faith in God, we could then see a change in our country. For when we have faith in God, we can then realize love is reciprocal. Love of God by us and love of God to us. That there is always someone there we can rely on and trust in. Someone we can always talk to. We then can have an understanding to live humble lives. Pray often, not delve into our problems, but let God help us through our prayers to solve them. The God I am talking about is Jesus Christ, who through a violent death on the cross taught men that the love of God and the love of the will of God is the antidote to the violent conscience. For through the cross, Christ broke and bound the powers of darkness, giving hope unto all of mankind. Through Christ's uncharted waters of love, honor, truth, and righteousness became available. For the good Lord has given gifts unto men now, and it is always available for those who ask. Christ the Lord has the wonderful land of starting over. So no matter how you see yourself, turn unto Christ, and a whole new realm of goodness will open up unto you. Take the step of faith today and ask Christ into your heart. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.